What is up, my people? It is your boy, the best boy, the biggest boy, himself, MC Mr. Sharps here. And today we're going to be discussing about the Ensity movement to an all-platform team. Now, you may not care for my opinion, as I am not really a huge, Nintendo Switch figure, but I do feel like, as a community member, it does matter for us to have at least a concrete opinion on the topic. Now, let us begin. But first of all, make sure you subscribe. We're about to hit 200. It would be nice. Let's start. At this point, the Entity has gone all platform as of January 1st of this year. It's a pretty big step in terms of a brand, but that begs an important question. What does this mean for our Switch community? If you ask me, I feel almost a bit betrayed and used. I mean, we supported them as a Switch team, the face of the Switch community, and especially that became apparent when Mansa had tried to come back again, like fall last year, and it failed. It failed absolutely. They recruited a few players, and then nothing happened. It tried to regain its former glory, but it failed, which is sad. Entity grew to this level due to our support, and it sort of hurts that they have joined the mainstream. This also means that we are left with no other teams in our community. Oxify recently announced on Twitter it's closing, meaning that there are no notable Switch teams for Switch players to grind for or to join. Which is why I say this. Maybe the SwitchCom needs to find another goal regardless of Switch teams? Sure, we should of course be looking to aim to be backed by a team for contract and stuff, but why limit it to a Switch team? In fact, that may be the very reason we are limited in our power and are often put down by other Fortnite players. I mean, why is there a Switch community but there's no Xbox community or PlayStation community or PC community? You get what I'm saying? If you need teams to grind for, look on Twitter. A lot of Switch players have moved on, and you can too. The best example of a successful Switch player is Delirium Rubik's actually, who basically pushed Nintendo Switch players into attention when he joined Delirium. Who's to say we can't break expectations? Who's to say we can't break the norm? But the problem is that the second he did it, they know Switch players wouldn't see that and they would go follow suit and they'd be like, yes, that's the team I want to grind for. Just because he got it, I want to go in there too. You have to understand. Look on Twitter, do your research. There are way other places that you can do all of that in. Like you don't have to do for that specific team. Realize your potential. Realize that your skill doesn't need to be into every single thing that everybody else is doing. If you want a recommendation for a team, try Timeless Region. It's already picked up players like Poundsy and Red Panda, a lot of people that we know. Find a nice active team. That's important. Active teams. People on their account that will actually check your post and actually be able to give you feedback and actually be able to, pick you up and talk about you and you know what I'm saying? And participate in as many challenges online as you possibly can so that you can get your name out. Regardless of them recognizing you or not, you get to put yourself out there, which is a good thing. And be sure to post on multiple platforms, not only YouTube or Twitter, but also Insta and TikTok. Maybe there's other platforms Talk to if you're really into that, you can even talk to your family and friends about it. It's not a bad way. Another thing, if it is entirely possible, please do not stunt your growth and stay on Nintendo Switch. Move on to another platform. If you're able to convince your parents to move on to another platform, please do it by any means. Please. Even Sniping did it, bro. And he was basically the face of the Nintendo Switch community, of Nintendo Switch period. So please don't hold yourself back, alright? Get a capture card as soon as possible if you're still going to be on Switch. I used to be recording on my phone. I used to. I'm humble about it. I used to record on my phone. But eventually you're gonna have to get the capture card. Alright? If you need a link, you can check my channel, my old channel video on how to get a cheap capture card. Yeah, it's there. Alright. Get a better controller or a better setup. Whatever you can to make you noticeable and to make you play your best and do your best. If you're looking for specific fields to go into, I suggest content creation and graphic design because they are more versatile and they can also help you get experience for things later in life, as well as teams are always open to content creators and it's easier to get noticed that way. And for graphic design, everybody's gonna need a header, everybody's gonna need a nice pic or something, you know? So please consider it. Well, that's pretty much it, my gremlins. I hope this video helped you, and as well, remember, if you want to keep running for Ensity, by all means, go for it. But I'm also saying to keep your options open. Ensity is not the only team out there. Look forward, my birds. Look forward, my brethren. That's all I have to say. Have a lovely day, and I'll see you later. Peace.